Next up, at UFC Vegas 87, we have the return of Umar Nurmagomedov. The return of a highly touted prospect that people are talking about could be champion.
Why is it $3,500?
It might as well be.
Yeah,
might as well.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I guess that's, it should be a 6.
Yeah,
oh, well. Might as well be. But the return of a gentleman that everybody has said, or the UFC has said, nobody wants to fight Umar. Nobody wants to fight this guy. Well, they finally got somebody to fight, and they got Bekzat Almakhan. And Umar Nurmagomedov, as we all know, is undefeated in his career. He has 9 stoppages. He is taking on Bekzat Almakhan in his UFC debut, 17-1 overall, 5-0 in his last 5. He is riding a 9-fight win streak with 8 stoppages. Umar is exactly who you would think he is, looking at that last name. Phenomenal wrestler. In 4 fights in the UFC, he's got 9 takedowns, 15 minutes of control time, 2 submissions, and now he finally has a standing knockout. But even with that knockout, I would say his striking is just okay. But his wrestling is absolutely fantastic. His kicks are fantastic as well. He'll stay out of range with those kicks, and then when people come charging in, he'll use the wrestling. He'll look for takedowns. If he misses his first shot, it doesn't matter. There's a second, third, fourth right behind it. He is coming off that knockout win over Hani Barcelos, where he didn't even need to or attempt to wrestle. And we just saw what a dog Barcelos can be.
I hate that name.
He's taking on
bitch.
Bekzat Almakhan. This guy's actually very, very good. He's a very good fighter. He's got tight, dangerous striking, excellent offensive wrestling. He is smooth on his feet. He fires away when he's inside the pocket. He's very comfortable in a kickboxing match, and then he'll transition to body locks and singles to get it to the ground. He does lack control on the ground, but he has no shortage of cardio, so he can just restart those exchanges. He is very dangerous with 13 knockouts, but many of them are on the ground. So don't look at all the knockouts and think this guy's a pure striker. When this fight was first booked, everybody threw a temper tantrum and this is ridiculous. How could Umar? He was supposed to fight Corey Sandhagen in a main event, and now he's fighting some bum nobody's ever heard of. But then you do a little bit of research. You watch just a little bit of tape, and you're like, oh shit, this guy's good. This guy's actually a good fighter who, if he wasn't fighting Umar, would be a good-sized favorite in this matchup. And while I do think Bekzat Almakhan is good, I just think Umar's that much better. I think the wrestling gap is far too wide. I think Bekzat may be the better striker in this matchup, but the wrestling gap is going to be a little bit too wide here. Umar's going to be the pick. It's an obvious pick, minus 1,300. I'm almost glad these odds are as absurd as they are, because this will just make sure that I don't accidentally throw them in a parlay or anything like that. So the odds are far too gone to do anything with, and I don't even think inside the distance or a round line or anything like that would work, because Umar's been to plenty of decisions, and Bekzat, I think, is tough enough to survive here. So anyway, Umar's the obvious pick, but I'm doing absolutely nothing with that information. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, you broke it down pretty much as much as you can break it down. Bekzat, it's gonna be rough for me on this one. Even my quick picks, I think I had to redo it 6 or 7 times, because Bekzat he is a good fighter. And honestly, and we kind of got shit about this for the Hani fight with the Umar, because we were pretty high on at least Hani's striking abilities versus Umar, and I think we said it's basically a 50-50 on the feet, and maybe even that Hani was the better striker. And then sure enough, Umar fucking TKOs him. But I will say in this fight, I don't know if it's 50-50, but Bekzat, he's a good striker, man. And he's
you have said his name 3 different ways, 3 times. Sorry, go ahead.
I sit here, Angelo, and every week I just fucking do my best. I just do my fucking best.
I shouldn't hear we fucking go. I shouldn't.
I just don't know what more you can ask from me at this point, because
he's fake crying.
I just do my best, and I didn't have the best education. It was Indiana. It was
that is true.
It was public school. I'm not gonna trash Indiana, but Bekzat, he is a dangerous striker. What makes him dangerous, especially in this UFC debut, is he doesn't have power with looping power. anybody almost, I know at 135 it's a little bit harder, but anybody can have power and they're just throwing these big bombs on the regional scene, and they're throwing these overhand rights, these overhand lefts, and they're landing on these regional fighters, and they're getting knockouts. This dude Bekzat is straight line power. I mean, it is sneaky power the way that he has power behind these hands, and it is 1-2 type of power, and that will be dangerous to a guy like Umar, who can get a little bit flashy with the kicks. And if you fucking telegraph a kick and this dude's coming in with a straight right hand, he can hurt a guy like Umar. And I do believe there's going to be a moment in this fight where people are going to that have Umar and everything are going to go like oh no. But Umar should be able to survive, and I believe that he is going to be a Nurmagomedov in this fight. I think he goes to the wrestling very, very early. He doesn't mess around on the feet against a dangerous striker like Bekzat. He's got good enough level changes in wrestling. And what it comes down to me, I think he's just going to be too strong. I think he's going to be just too strong and too physical for Bekzat. He's going to get the takedowns. He's going to get the control. I agree. I think this definitely could go to a decision with Umar. But if he starts messing around with on the feet, things could get fucked up pretty quickly. But I like this dude Bekzat. Obviously, they're going to give him a very favorable matchup for taking this fight for his next fight. He should be a fun guy for the division. But this is probably an Umar play.
Yeah, no, I mean, 100% agree with you. And I said I was being sincere when I said I'm almost glad that Umar is as disgusting of a favorite as he is. Because if he was minus 600, all right, let me throw him in some stuff. And while I do think he wins this fight, I'm just glad that I'm not even tempted. I'm not. What are you going to do with minus 1,300? There's no value there. There's nothing to do. Just leave it alone, because Bekzat is very good. Very good. He has more wins than Umar. He's got more finishes than Umar. He's a very good striker. Like, it's not, it would probably be one of the biggest upsets we've ever seen, but it's not, the odds shouldn't be what they are right here. I think people just saw it's somebody that's never been in the UFC before. It's Umar. Boom. Let's bet the absolute shit out of it. But he is good. But to your point, he's going to have to wait for his next fight to get a win. DraftKings wise, though, $3,500. I mean, what that frees up in your lineup is astonishing.
I think you can put 8 people in your lineup.
Yeah, no, that's some great money there. But Umar's probably worth the 9,700, as crazy as it sounds, because if it is wrestle heavy and he gets a whole bunch of takedowns, he could cruise past 100 points.
And Bekzat's not a guy that's going to be a fucking pussy either. He's not going to get taken down and pull guard and then it's just going to
he'll pop up.
This could be what we in the wrestling world call a lot of mat returns. This could be a lot of getting up, boom, back down, getting up, back down. And Umar could sneakily get like fucking 10 takedowns in this fight. And I really agree. I believe that.
Yeah, no, I very rarely is somebody at this price point worth the money, but Umar can be because of the upside with the wrestling, and DraftKings favors the wrestling. WeWantPicks.com, click become a member at the top. You can unlock all the bets that we have, not on this fight, for only $10 an entire month. And you know for a fact we've got 4 events coming up, so you'll get every single one of those events included.
Oh, and one of those events, the 4th event. If you sign up right now, listen to this right now, like the stream. If you sign up right now for $10 a month for premium, for me, do it for me. The very last week that you'll have your premium is the Amanda Hebos and Rose Namajunas fight. And I will be there, and we're going to vlog it, and it is going to be one of the greatest cards of all time. So for premium today, the 4th card is going to be the Amanda Hebos card, and we're going to load up and all become fucking billionaires.
I'm rooting for you, Jakey boy. We do have a couple of super chats. $5 from VHS Quality. He said, Jacob, what that on your whiteboard? Don't tell me your lock of the week is MF Rosenstruck. Why would that be Rosenstruck?
Hakuna Matata.
And he also said another 5. He said, Matt Schnell is my dog. He will submit Ryan Hall, Dumbledore-looking ass. This was when we were breaking down that fight. I missed that. Thank you very much for the super chats, VHS. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.